In the mighty name of Yahuwah, Bahasham Yahushua Yahushua HaMashiach, I am back, and I've been gone for a long time, y'all. It's been some months, and in those months, I have learned a lot. Now, I've got 5 videos, and this is the first video, so this video is going to be about your kingdom spouse. So, in the mighty name of Yahuwah, Bahasham Yahushua Yahushua HaMashiach, Daddy, I decrease myself entirely, and I ask that you step within me completely. And I ask that you speak through me and bless your Holy Spirit to just propel himself through me to speak to your children all over this world. In the mighty name of Yahuwah, Bahasham Yahushua Yahushua HaMashiach, Daddy, I thank you with all my heart, mind, body, soul, spirit, and my whole entire existence. So, the thing about kingdom spouses, and I'm going to explain to you what that is. I don't know if I've ever touched on that, but a kingdom spouse is someone who God ordains you with, someone that God has for your life. You and this person are written in the book of life. And because you guys are both daddy's children, you guys have a certain assignment for the kingdom, okay? And so what that assignment is different for every couple, and every love story is completely different. So I don't want you to look at my story when I do come out with it and compare it to yours, because every love story is different, and Daddy works in our relationships in a variety of ways. So, the reconcile. So when you first get your separation, and there's a lot of separations that come with this journey, and I'm learning that separation is not all bad. Separation is actually very detrimental to the both of you guys. So when you're in the separation, depending on who the prodigal is, the prodigal is the one who runs away from the purpose. The prodigal is the one who doesn't understand the assignment yet. And you are the one standing in the gap for the prodigal to come back. Okay, the prodigal has to humble themselves, understand and recognize where they are in life, and knowing that they're not on the right path, circle back and come back to you. And you are a representation of the Most High. And they come back to the Most High, they come back to you, they come back to you, they come back to the Most High, because you and the Most High are one. Okay? So, first there's a separation. You meet this person, Daddy shows you who this person is, what you guys could do together, the vibes, and, just a little taster. And he was my boss. So, we had a lot of tasters. We worked at Pinkberry, and we would give people samples. So our first interaction with each other most definitely was a sample. And that entailed a lot of awestruck, getting to know each other. If you've ever seen like another, like if someone brings on a new animal, right? And you have an animal that's been there for years, and you bring on a new baby, fur baby, that animal goes and inspects it. So it was a lot of expecting or inspecting, like trying to figure out, like, who are you, what role do you play, and trying to figure out what they could get away with. Most definitely your prodigal. So, you know what? And me too. Like, you too. Because your prodigal, whether they're woman or male, they could be playboys or hot girls, and they could try to see if they're gonna run a game on you. And if you are, because I'm trying to figure out a way that it would entail for a man. For a woman, if you're very alpha, like I'm an alpha female, so sometimes I test the waters to see what I can get away with, how far I can push a man. And it's not intentional. It's just something that I naturally do, because I want to know if I'm stronger than this man. And it's not always about physical. It could be intellectual, spiritual, emotional, and sometimes physical. I'm actually a very strong person, physically. So I'm 5'3", but don't let my height and my looks get you misconstrued, because you'll be on the ground real quick crying for your mama. But I think for men, they'll try to see like disrespect. Like, how far can they go with disrespecting you? If you don't say nothing, then they'll go all the way. And if they see that you're not saying nothing and they're going hard, they probably just won't respect you ever, because you don't have a backbone. So that's stage one. Okay. Then you guys get separated, and you guys could be separated for like maybe a year or two. It just depends on your story and your walk with Christ. So I know mine was like about 2 years, and it was tough. Really, 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 really tough. I didn't think that I would get back with him. And I remember asking multiple times to come back, because I had left because there was a Judas in the room, and I had went through so much with a prior person. I didn't want to deal with it, so I just dipped. It hurt him, and it hurt me too. And he held resentment for me that I didn't know that he had until like I came back, until we were reconciled. And so when you come back and you guys come back together, you have to understand they're not going to be in the same level. They're not going to be in the same level. Whatever you thought you knew in the beginning, you have to understand that you don't know. And you don't know their intellectual, you don't know their spiritual, you're barely getting on your walk. And so, even though you guys are separated, he's more into the world and you're more close to daddy, he or she more in the world. You are, close to daddy, and you're getting your discipline. You're in the wilderness. You're going through a lot of things, a lot of changes. And, so you come back and you're in Maine and they're all the way in California. So you guys are like completely different. You guys are not going to understand each other. Like, you're going to understand them because you've been where they are. Okay. And they have yet to get where you are, but you get disappointed and frustrated the fact that they are where they are. And you'd expect them to be like either where you are or a little bit halfway, but it's literally North and South Pole. So, when you guys do reconcile, just be prepared for that. Be prepared that they're not going to be spiritually enhanced like you are. Be prepared that they're not going to understand what you're saying. Be cautious of what you tell them and how you explain things to them, because they won't understand. And you can explain or try all you want to. They just won't understand because they're not spiritually awakened. Okay? You have to forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. Okay? For instance, my kingdom spouse and I, he had a lot of resentment towards me, like I said. And I didn't understand where that was coming from, but I understand that we both went through a lot of trauma and we share a lot of trauma, but we haven't opened up. So it's not a trauma bond. It's just like, I'm doing a lot of healing. He has yet to understand what healing looks like. And a lot of healing, sometimes it looks uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable, but it's so necessary. Okay. So that's where I'll tell you, it's so crazy because you love this person loves you. But you guys are both like, because you've come back and this person has felt abandoned, they have felt neglected, they felt like they have something to prove, or they want to punish you. Sometimes, and I'll give you an example, sometimes when a parent leaves a child, okay, and the parent gets their life together and they realize they need to be in their children's lives, whether they're 7, 10, 14, 21, 32, they will have this resentment and trying to like hold that over your head. Like, you left, and whatever I give you is whatever you better take, because at least I'm allowing you to come back. But you have to be careful with that, because you also have to set boundaries and let them know, like, yes, I left, and I'm sorry that I left. It wasn't because of you. It had nothing to do with you. But I'm back now, and I expect you to respect me because I'm back now. And we're not going to look at the past. We're going to keep moving forward. I do want to apologize. Whatever you want to talk about, let's talk about it. Let's get over it. But we're not going to do this, you treating me with disrespect and making it seem like I deserve it, because no one deserves disrespect. You understand? So make sure you put your foot down and let them know, like, this is not what's going to go on. Okay? I understand that you're hurt. But that's why I'm back. I'm back because I don't want you to live with this hurt. I'm back because I don't want to be the one that hurt you. And I'm back because I'm concerned about what I've done to you, and I'm so sorry. But I'm back. Okay? What that entails, what that looks like is sometimes my kingdom spouse would say certain things to me, and you have to understand he was my boss. But that didn't matter to me. I'm my own boss. Well, I'm not my own boss, but my daddy is my boss, Yahuwah, right? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That's my boss. So I always answer to them before I answer to anyone. I will lose any job before I sell myself out for somebody. And I won't ever do that. So it's literally my daddy over everything. And there would be things that he'd say, and I'd be like, hey, no. You know, you need to watch how you're talking to me. You need to understand that if you're going to correct me into something, you're not going to belittle me. You're not going to talk trash to me. And that's way out of pocket. If it's something about work, let it be about work and nothing else. Don't try to belittle me. Don't try to talk down on me, because I'm not handling that. I'm not doing it. Okay? That's out of love. Okay? And so your kingdom spouse will then take that. And sometimes, for instance, they don't understand what you're saying, and they will like, you don't tell me how to say what I want to say or what to say. And you have to explain to them, it's not me trying to control you about what you're saying or how you're saying it. It's about respect. And if you don't respect me, then it's going to be a problem. Period. You can love this person to death. They need to respect you. And as a woman, you need to respect your husband. So if you're a prodigal woman and you're watching this and you've been disrespectful to your husband, babe, you need to take a step back and understand that that's not okay. That they have came back to make things right. And I understand that you're upset, but you need to ask daddy to heal you. And you need to think about what you have now. Because I know it hurt you when they left, but they're back now. And you know, daddy could have made it work a different way to where they never came back, right? So they're back now. Make the best of it. Move forward. For you, young man, I want you to understand that I know that you've been hurt and that things have happened to you in your past. But at the end of the day, you are very strong. That doesn't mean you have to be strong all the time. You can be vulnerable with your Father. He loves you so much. Jesus Christ is going to heal your heart. Give your heart to your Father. Give your heart to your Savior. Okay? And understand that, you know, you being the prodigal and running away from all of this is just going to prolong the process. But understand also that everything happens for a reason. But now that your wife is back, she's back. Okay? And she loves you. She doesn't think about nobody else but you. She loves you. And she wouldn't be back if she didn't. She wouldn't put in so much effort. She wouldn't go out and about and above and beyond for you if she didn't love you. And so with her leaving and coming back, I know it's hard for you to accept her back, but allow that love that you low-key try to fight, allow it to oversee you so you could just welcome her. Okay? Because at the end of the day, she's more advanced in the spirit than you, and she's going to help you. You have to allow her to help you. And if you don't want to allow her to help you, then keep your distance from her. and respect her. Okay? So that's all I have for the Kingdom Spouse video. And I pray that you guys have a beautiful, blessed day and understand that you are loved. I love you, but Big Daddy loves you even more because you're his baby and he created you. Okay? I love you guys so much. Shalom.